Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube, and welcome back to Ringlight Fables. I am your host and dungeon master, Skijaramaz, otherwise known as Toneshift, and with me today we are joined by our full cast of players, starting with SepiaWolfe playing Tuki Fletcher, our Crovan thief.
Hello.
Next, we have Mick, who has technically retired his character, but for the time being, he is still here and is basically still operating as Boron. But, It's kind of a weird limbo state with him at the moment.
Right. At least I'm here, yeah.
Yeah, anytime Boron is on screen, Mick will be controlling him, but as far as like an active adventuring agent of the party, he's just staying in one place now. It's like a PC NPC, is that what you call him now? I don't know. Something. Either way, though, next up we have Willyzin playing Ludviek, our Ithari paladin.
Greetings.
Next we have Goldwyn playing Minnove, our kobold bard and sorceress.
Hello.
Fuck happened to your voice? You sound like you sound like one of those like rubber chickens that you squeeze and it screams.
How dare you make fun of my voice?
And last but certainly not least, we have Impulsive playing Kari, our Crovan bard.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
We're such fucking idiots. I love us so much.
I know I am, but what are you? Wait.
One of us. Okay, so where last we left off, our party of adventurers had finally found themselves basically tying up all of the remaining loose ends of their lengthy journey to liberate the kobold slaves who had been forced to work the mines of Fort Rediron, bringing them back to a healthy reunion with the rest of their escaped horde, and bittersweetly parting ways with Minnove's rescued family, before making the long journey back to Asmara. On the way back, there was a very tender moment between Tuki and Minnove where long, not necessarily ignored, but distanced emotions and affections were finally put out into the open and properly articulated by fireside with musical accompaniment, and a few steps were taken in that relationship. Not as many as some of you are thinking. Calm down. Calm down, audience. Calm down. I see you there. Calm down. Now they're all gonna go fucking ape shit. That's my fault. But regardless. From there, the party continued all the way back to the Academy City of Asmara, and reconvened with their effective employer, Godfried Halkus, to give him a thorough report on everything that had transpired. He, at the end of the day, was mostly just happy that the party came back alive and that there were no threads that could link back to him or his family, so he can rest easy that Donald is not in any immediate danger. all the same, just as a precaution, he has asked that your group keep your heads down and try not to make any noise for a while, just as a precaution. But outside of that, he has also made it clear to your group that on account of the fact that the previous agents he normally would send for most of his operations, who were appropriated by the Solemn Erudites shortly before you all met, have been confirmed to have perished. Though what mission they were on at the Erudites' behest is still a mystery to him, much to his frustration. And to culminate in all of that, Tuki cashed in, effectively, her, the debt that Godfried still owed her for her part in rescuing Donnell way back at the beginning of the campaign, and Boron, reaching the effective physical limit of his capacity as a mercenary and adventurer, has effectively been offered a place of stable, stationary employment on the Halkus estate to work in carpentry and metallurgy and what have you, as those skills don't require him to put the entirety of his ass on the line every day. And will still permit him to be of use to the rest of his traveling companions, even if he can no longer accompany them. With that status quo thus set, the party settled in for a period of downtime. You are between major quests and adventures, and will be as such for the next several in-game weeks. And so, what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the list one at a time and let everyone fill that time however they wish. Also, for whatever reason, it seems like the map is not updating on my screen. Like, you can all see the map, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
his voice
Yeah, I see.
is cutting in and out, so it might be internet stuff.
Well, it wouldn't be internet stuff because my recording screen is what's not showing it. The browser is showing up just fine. Oh, boy.
Well,
Oh.
I see the normal,
There we go.
world map in a sense.
There we go. Okay. It's all good now. So, we are just going to go ahead and go down the list one person at a time. So, let's go ahead and just... Let's just start with Tuki, because she's first on the list.
We always do.
Yeah, like you guys are in a set order on my screen when we're not doing initiative rolls. Tuki's the farthest one on the left. I read from left to right. It's like all of you do your shit, and then I'm at the far right end, so then I do my shit last.
All right.
Tuki is doing her best. Laying low. Not very easy. But she would spend the time with Minnove, just hanging out and enjoying the new relationship and doing her lessons, but I'm fairly certain that she's still going a little stir-crazy by the end of the first week.
Indeed. That is... Make for me a charisma saving throw then, actually.
Oh dear. I want to see what this is when it pops up. Okay.
18.
Ooh.
So, that is a pretty good roll, but I will leave the ball in your court as to what it means. This was in relation to Tuki managing the yearning, or how the yearning is generally just dealing with things. So, how are things on that front?
I think with a number like that, it's affecting her. It's just as strong as it's always been, but she's able to ignore it a little better than usual.
All right. And of course, as you said, you and Minnove are continuing your lessons in Dragon Tongue. So, because of exactly how many days in mind I have for this downtime to be, we'll go ahead and have that bump your progress up to 54, assuming you can get in practice every day.
Okie doke.
So you're about a third of the way there to being able to actually, like, have a conversation, even a basic one, in Dragon Tongue. So, your time is largely spent just enjoying yourself along with Minnove when the opportunities present themselves, advancing your understanding of the language, and generally just trying not to lose your fucking mind. Bit of a contrast there, but what else? What isn't with you, right? All right. So that then brings us to, what is Boron doing?
Well, he's actually setting up a kind of workshop in an unused shed on the grounds,
Right.
and he's trying to get a forge set up and trying to remake one of the armors that we looted from the rather tall commander, to get that refitted for Ludviek.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure what skill check the forging would be. I know you have, like, proficiency in that type of tool, so you'd get your proficiency bonus.
You usually don't make rolls on that, but according to standard D&D.
Right. My reasoning is just to see if you can get it done before the next adventure comes up.
Right.
Like, how fast are you getting it done, not how well.
Okay. In that case, I would roll probably strength with proficiency.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Because you are beating the shit out of slabs of metal with a hammer.
Right. So that is basically like an athletics skill check. I'm going to do an athletics skill check since that is also strength with proficiency.
Oh, damn! 24! Alright.
Alright.
So, with a kind of, after over the course of, like, the first week, kind of getting just the supplies assembled to get your forge going, you know, the kiln, the bellows, the various different types of hammers and tongs and anvil and all the other things. Once all of that is sort of a setup, you take the looted suit of armor and you recognize the shapes of it all pretty well. You've worked with bigger things before. Like, you might be a little shorter than a standard human, but you make up for that by being wide. So you know a thing or two about refitting armor to fit a broader frame like Ludviek's with minimal hassle. So I'll say that with a roll like that, by about halfway through the 4th week of this downtime, you'll be able to get that armor effectively resized.
Okay. Then I will probably present that to Ludviek.
All right. So, I guess in that case, you just call Ludviek into your forge at that point in time?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's near the end of the downtime period, we'll get to that later. Like once we're kind of winding things down. But that does bring us, rather succinctly, to Ludviek. During this period of downtime, what is our resident lion man doing?
That is a good question. I got 2 different paths I could take with him. I guess, you know what? 2 different options. This is what flipping a coin is for.
Is there a coin flip mechanic in Roll20? There should be.
Yeah, roll 1d2. There we go.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that works, but it's not flashy at all.
No, it's not. But anyway, I got what I wanted. And the answer is he is going to be spending, okay, because last time, I think it was discussed that, right, so Tuki was learning language. What was it again for someone learning expertise into something? They'd have to find someone who has expertise in that skill to train them, correct?
To gain a new proficiency, yes, you would need to find someone to train you, and it's a long process that costs a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have somebody at your disposal.
Yeah, like, unless there's just someone in the party you can harass to help you with that.
Yeah, right. So that was all right. So all right. Well, we'll discount that. Basically, he's going to spend his entire week, well, not week, his entire downtime, focusing entirely on more of his religious aspects, specifically that being charity work. He's going to be going to probably. I assume with a city like this, there is a Temple of Suna. Yeah, because there wasn't
I'm pretty sure you've been there, yes. There is a Temple of Suna in the city. That Temple of Suna is actually where your teacher is currently stationed, as a reminder.
Oh, right. Gotta add that to my notes. All right. But anyway, what he's going to be doing then is that since basically there's no big thing for them to be focusing on, he will instead be focusing entirely on local charity of what he can do. Mostly anything from running the local soup kitchens to going to people who are sick and need healing to checking the outskirts of the village for basically helping and healing where he can around town.
All right. Well then. Sounds good to me. It's very much in your element as you set yourself to that task, kind of unwinding over the course of the next few weeks. Just letting yourself get back into the normal swing of things, because even though you are a trained warrior and, like, your own oaths permit you to take up arms, at the end of the day, your core training is still that of a Sunan, an advocate for peace and healing and that sort of thing. And that has been notably, in some regards, absent from your life for the last while. So to finally be able to just get back to that sort of core root of what your training was and just reconnect with it a bit it's familiar, it's comfortable. And it helps you de-stress. There is nothing complicated about cooking a cauldron of soup, as opposed to a heist operation like rescuing those kobolds.
Yeah, I just want him to use more of his medicine. Make sure his skills don't get rusty with healing.
No, that's fair. That is totally fair. Go ahead and just make for me a flat D20 check, if you'd be so kind.
Sure. Flat D20, bada boom.
17.
Oh my god.
All right, you passed the vibe check.
Sweet.
So, it all goes pretty smoothly. No major crises rear their heads. What medical issues you are called upon to deal with are usually fairly minor, nothing elaborate. Like this deep in the Valrivi core, like, violent crime is pretty rare. And what wounds might occasionally show up are usually pretty minor. Don't even necessarily need an application of magic. You can just slap a bandage on it and call it a day. And there's, like, this is a pretty clean part of the world, so diseases aren't terribly common, at least not in the big city, so you do have to venture out, like, a few miles from time to time to, like, satellite settlements in the area where there might be something a little bit more severe, but it's never a far journey, and it's never a particularly intense burden on your abilities, so you feel satisfied that you're doing good work.
Nice.
All right. Minnove, you are up next. We know that at least part of your time is being swallowed up with spending time with Tuki and teaching her how to talk like you do, but is there anything else that Minnove is doing when her time isn't being swallowed by her new bae?
Every so often, there are two things. every so often, she would want to go to the academy and speak to that. The name of the professor is escaping me at the moment, but speak to the professor.
Oh, it's escaping me too.
Yeah, I wrote it down in my notes. But speak to the professor. I thought I wrote it down in my notes. I should say. But speak to the professor that she was talking to before they had left, kind of, because he had told her that to come back and give him updates. Also maybe to learn a little bit better with her magic, especially with it developing and it growing as it is.
Okay.
So learning a little bit about that, learning how to control it a little bit better. Just kind of in the off time. And then at night, Minnove will take Tuki or whomever would like to come with her to the tavern, and to like a local tavern, and try and perform for the drunkards on the weekends.
Okay. So, two-pronged approach here, trying to understand your magic and get better at controlling it, and maybe why so many new abilities unlocked, and also just doing music with whoever wants to accompany you. So let's do this in order. First, go ahead and make for me an ability check using your spellcasting ability score with your proficiency modifier.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's +3, plus what's my... so that would be my attack bonus then?
I guess.
My spell attack? So it's a d20. So
yeah.
1d20 plus... Oh, hang on. I'm stupid. Plus... My goodness, I'm just fumbling this ball.
Damn, +10, a big number. All right, but
Nice.
Still, a 19. So, why you suddenly found the scope of your spell casting abilities wider is not a mystery. You are able to penetrate at this time with a bit of help from, various teachers and professors and skilled mages in the academies. They are able to help you get a better handle on some of the abilities you weren't necessarily comfortable using with abundance yet, and just you start to get the impression the more you practice that the surges and the loss of control was simply a byproduct of the abilities being there when previously they hadn't been, and you hadn't figured out the hair trigger for them. So they had gone off accidentally, and then when you were in an adrenaline state and you were focusing, they didn't go off by accident because you were so hyper-fixated and concentrated. And with things calming down, you can start exploring them with a bit more clarity, a bit more focus, and you feel like you've got a much better handle on it all. And there are no catastrophic disasters, except for one that involved a sock. We don't talk about it.
Okay.
Wait, where's the sock?
We don't talk about it.
Right.
But
All right.
as for your performances around town, I'm not going to necessitate a performance check for this, because being a bard, that is your whole thing. So, if anyone does wish to accompany you, though, they are welcome to do so.
Of course.
All right.
I'm specifically wanting to try and get some pocket change or some cash if possible.
Okay. In that case, do make for me a performance check. Let's just see how well you perform, and more how well you can persuade people to give you money for it.
Oh, perfect. I guess with Tuki joining me on these nights, would I be able to do it at advantage?
She is giving you the help action, I would assume, so unless she's actively trying to sabotage you for the yucks, I'll say yes.
I'm assuming not.
Advantage. Go for it.
Advantage.
22. All right. So, let's see here. I'm going to do some napkin math really quick.
Oh no.
So
that term is unfamiliar to me.
basically just means doing some really quick math on the back of a napkin because it's the only writing surface you have available.
I see.
And you need to do some math. It kind of became irrelevant with the advent of calculators and cell phones, but regardless. So with that roll of 22, I'll go ahead and say that cumulatively, over the course of this several weeks of downtime, that'll add up to about 22 gold pieces. It's about 0.7 gold per night of performance.
Awesome.
So you can distribute that across the party however you wish.
I will. Let's take this. Now I gotta do some math here. How many of us are there? There's 5? We have
There
5?
are 5, but technically only 4 are active.
True, so I'll do by 4. And then so I guess everyone would get 8.5. Because I'm doing all my entire, so that it'd be 8 gold. So everyone's getting 8 gold.
8 gold, 5 silver.
8 gold, 5 silver, yeah.
So just spreading that across the whole party?
Yeah.
All right.
Minnove is paying everybody back for helping her.
For risking life and limb and helping me rescue my family, I give you $850.
Wow.
It's nice. Nice gesture.
Tuki is unfortunately going to use up all of that to pay Boron back for helping her mail the letter.
All right.
So, yeah, paid in full.
All right. Cool. Let's see here. So with that then brings us to Kari. During this several weeks of downtime, how are you filling the time?
He didn't eat. He didn't sleep. He didn't drink. He just sat in a chair twiddling his thumbs for several weeks in a row.
If you don't drink for 3 days, you are going to die.
Till the friction made his thumbs raw. And his eyes burned for the lack of blinking. I don't know.
You could go busking.
The camera pulls out a bit, and we see that Kari is just trying his hand to writing some silly fiction or something. Because those are the opening words.
What I remember about the fall of the Republic was how quiet it was.
Okay, let's not give Disney a reason to come here.
Honestly, he's probably just... Do libraries exist here?
Yes.
Yes.
Valrive does
Are they
indeed have
publicly accessible?
Generally, yes. Ludviek was able to access one in one of the local, academies to try and do research on the yearning. So, it's not like you can just walk onto the campus willy-nilly, but your association with the Halkus estate gives you a pass to go in and use the archives if need be. You can't take any of the books out with you, but you're free to read anything that's not in the restricted sections.
All right, he's probably just gonna do that.
Just and absorb a fuck ton of knowledge.
Yes.
Any particular subject, or is he just in general?
We're starting at A.A. Aardvark. No, he's probably just grabbing anything that has a vaguely interesting looking cover or title or anything, because in his head, he's going to get to it all eventually.
So it doesn't matter what order, just go through it one thing at a time and just... Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, I love the shade of maroon on this one.
All right. Well, it just sounds like Kari is just spending his days with recreational reading and study. Alrighty. With that in mind,
the security ended up having to lay siege because he ended up building a book fort from the red books.
What?
But that's a story for another time.
Okay.
Do we not talk about that one too?
I don't even know what we're not talking about for the other characters.
I don't know. Yeah. No, that's just being silly. Nah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much gonna be it. I don't really know what else he'd do here.
Fair enough. All right. Then in that case, the days pass. And as they pass, the temperatures gradually they continue to drop as you proceed deeper and deeper into the season of autumn, now very much in the final couple of weeks of it. The snows haven't come yet, but as the weeks proceed, travel coming in and flowing out of the city is gradually beginning to slow. As when the snows do hit, travel is basically going to grind to a halt. There's a period of almost frenzied mercantile that starts to sort of sweep over the city as people try to get in their last minute sales or purchases of supplies that they'll need to, not be fucked by winter when it hits in full force. So as the rest of the world begins to fall quiet, the people inhabiting it have this last second adrenaline rush of movement and motion and activity and noise that makes the city, already a hub of activity, start to feel almost claustrophobic as streets pack with people carrying out their business as swiftly as they may. I will say that it is on the 3rd day of the 12th week of autumn, so about 3 days before the end of this downtime, that Boron completes his construction of the new suit for Ludviek.
Mm-hmm.
So the ball's in your guys' court for that. Take it away.
Boron's gonna call on Ludviek to come to his new. It's not really finished, the forge, but it's getting there. So he's gonna call on Ludviek to come to his forge or workshop, basically.
Yeah, workshop. I presume Ludviek will answer those summons.
Uh-oh.
Will.
Apparently not.
Will.
Stupid microphone. Anyway.
Oh.
Sorry, microphone got a little too loose in the cord. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Anyway. Yes, he would answer those summons gladly. He hasn't seen the place since Boron moved into it. So yeah, he'll check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting there. There's a ton of bricks laying still on the ground. Some are apparently forming a makeshift forge. There's a large anvil. There's a ton of tools on the ground. Actually, there are several kinds of anvils. And so, fitting time.
No, I can tell it's work in progress, but it does look like it is shaping up well.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess you're gonna wear some kind of under armor under this.
Under this?
Under
What is this?
under the plate armor I've been working on.
Oh, yes, I've, Excuse me.
I believe it's
Yes, I don't remember you
done.
saying you were working on that. Oh,
Mhm.
It is finished. Oh,
yes. If you could wear your Under Armour, I could just try and fit the plate on.
Well, I do have... Should fit under chainmail, possibly, but could switch to something softer and lighter. But, let's see, yes.
And I'm going to present to you the nicely polished and refurbished armor from the Jade Halbert. What was it?
I believe it was plate.
Yeah, I believe it was one of their captains, actually.
Yeah, the captain. Okay, that just wanted to know the title.
Right.
It's from
So
the.
it is. So like, I imagining you like stripped out of like the emblems and like embroidery that would have marked it as being like a Jade Halberd suit of armor.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna try and put something sooner, like on there.
This is a very, very generous gift, Boron. Thank you.
It's I'm not gifting it to you. I'm just refitting it to you. So we
But it is
all
the time
kind of-
and the effort you've put into this.
kind of got it as spoils of war, and I'm just refurbishing it.
Well, it is still very much appreciated, my friend.
You're welcome.
Well, hopefully
You're gonna
with
need
something
it.
like this, I could shine it up, make it even shinier. And then I could probably direct some more of those arrows towards me and away from our friends. This will be
That-
very useful.
As I'm not gonna accompany you anymore, I want to see that the party is well protected.
Well, they're not helpless children either. They can handle themselves quite well, but yes, this will make a hard job just that much easier. Thank
Good.
you. Well, let's do the fitting job, and Ludviek's gonna just, start piecing it together to, try on the first fit. See how it goes.
All right.
Right.
So, yeah, it takes 10 minutes to don a suit of heavy armor and 5 minutes to doff one, according to my GM screen.
And 5 minutes if you have somebody willing and able to help.
All right.
Indeed. So you spend several minutes kind of swapping from, I believe like your armor was technically like statted as chainmail, right?
Yeah.
Actually, real quick, chainmail gives an armor class of 16, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
16, and you have your tower shield, which I believe gives you +3 to your AC. But your character sheet says your AC is 20. Where's that extra +1 to the AC coming from? I don't remember.
There's a different skill
fighting.
expert.
Ah, okay.
Fighting style. There we are.
Gotcha.
Def-
Okay.
Defense
I-
fighting.
Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, thank you for clarifying. All right, so
Yeah, I'm
in
glad I
that
wrote it
case-
down.
Yep, so go ahead and add a suit of plate mail to your inventory.
All right.
And plate mail gives an armor class of 18, and you get +1 from your fighting style. And you have +3 from your tower shield. So you have an armor class of like 22, I think.
Wow. Wait, nope, not that much. Okay, there we go. Fixed.
Actually, yes.
No, my armor class is not 222, Boron.
Oh,
It is
no,
not
that's-
that good.
Okay, yeah, that might be a little.
All right.
There we go. 22. Done.
You are going to be extremely fucking hard to hit moving forward.
Yeah, but there is a negative to stealth with that, and also...
Yeah, you have disadvantage on stealth checks, and you also have disadvantage on dex saving throws in general because your tower shield is cumbersome.
Yep.
So There is a trade-off for sure, but still.
Who needs to dodge? I got this armor. Now we can just get it enchanted.
You have 8,000 gold to spend.
Listen, I can only work the tavern so much, Ludviek.
So
it was like,
what's the dogma surrounding stealing from thieves? Because maybe a few more bandit camps. We'll see.
I mean, is that out of character or in character?
Out of character.
Okay, out of character. There's not like. Generally speaking, it depends on whether or not you can return the stolen goods to who they were stolen from reliably.
True. Yeah. Ludviek probably would actually say that out loud.
Yeah, like it might be frowned upon if you just like take down some bandits and then like take their stuff for your own. It's like at that point, like it's still stolen goods. It's just being used by someone who like stole it from stealers. I don't know. That's one of those things where it is very dependent on circumstances and what exactly the item is.
Yeah, Ludviek would probably say that out loud to Minnove, and then a second later he would say, probably bad to take stolen goods and use those without returning them. Yes.
I feel like that's like against some of your commandments or something.
Most likely.
Like a rule book or something like that?
There is one! I have it somewhere in here. He pulls out a small little book and just opens it.
Yeah, so...
just blows off a bit of dust. He's been sitting just like...
Yeah. Just as a bit of a lore clarity. Like, when it comes to, like, notions of, like, law or property or what have you, that more falls under the jurisdiction of Anuna, the chief of the five. Suna doesn't necessarily deal with matters of, like, property or ownership because, let's be real here, how often do you go running around in the wild and run into a wolf who gives a shit about whether or not you own a few coins in your pocket? You don't. Nature is not concerned with ownership.
I fully expect you to create like some sort of wolf creature that's half taxman. I fully expect that now.
We call those gnolls, I think.
A gnoll. I'm from the IRS.
Flippy Darkpaw running into Kinos every day to try and raid the bank. There's a cutting old remark that I think only one person in here will get.
I don't have a clue. I do not have a clue.
I am not that person.
You should! You're the only person here who's played EverQuest.
Oh, man, that's like ages ago.
Flippy Darkpaw running into Kinos, always getting killed at the gate by the guards?
I don't really remember. Anyway.
Now it's time for us to be uncultured and Skidge to be the cultured one.
This just proves I'm autistic, that I still have memory of EverQuest.
True.
True, he says. Thanks for having my back, bud.
Quarter of a century back. Geez.
Kind of the scene from Sword Art Online Unbridged. Who remembers playing EverQuest?
Me?
That's fair.
The franchise is about to get like a resurgence because of EverQuest.
Probably not going to get enchanting anytime soon. Not without some serious liquidity.
Yeah, probably not. But yes, the armor fits very well. It needed one or two small adjustments just to accommodate your tail, but other than that, yeah, it fits very well.
Very nice.
All right. Yeah, pretty much. He'd probably go and show off to the rest of the group as well. But, don't need to argue that thing. But yeah.
You are shinier now. But yes.
All right, let's test it. Let's do what Kari says and test out your armor's capabilities.
Heat metal.
Fireball.
Oh no.
And are you still susceptible too?
You have advantage on the attack roll. Okay, well, the first one on here.
Are we actually doing this?
All right, range spell attack against me. What's this spell DC? Would that be?
If it's a ranged spell attack, Minnove is the one who rolls and sees if she could beat your armor class.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, well, all right.
This is what Kari got.
Kari, you're not allowed to be in on this. That's cheating.
Oh, okay.
Minnove is rolling this to hit Ludviek.
That
That's
doesn't
not
hit 22. So, just as with a little glint in your eye, knowing that if you do hurt Ludviek at all, you know that your party has the capacity to heal any wounds you could inflict fairly easily.
I do hit him with shocking grasp, though.
That does happen, but we'll get to that in a minute, because
sorry,
have dumped
that was
a bunch of shit on me in rapid succession. So, when it comes to the firebolt, it just kind of, it kind of feels like, just like someone punches you in the chest, but because you're wearing full plate, it just kind of bounces off, so you just kind of tilt back a bit and then tilt back forward. It's just this sort of groaning of metal and creaking of leather as you kind of get back into place.
Damn it. Okay, stay still. Let me grab you.
Wait, I do not think this is a good. That's all he has to say.
And then you make that wisdom saving throw, I guess.
It's not. Shocking grasp is not a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, right. That's antagonize. Shocking grasp. That is also a spell attack. Okay.
Got a save of 15. Do I roll Dex then?
That's
No, my spells are all fucked up.
Ah.
Yeah, that's also a melee spell attack rather than a ranged one.
All right, so there's no saving against that.
It's just
No.
hits or doesn't hit.
No.
Okay, well, all right. Congratulations, you did 2d8 damage to the lion.
Oh, Jesus.
He's gonna get pretty shocked. He's gonna be okay. It has downsides. It's like this little flume of just smoke comes out of his mouth. Just like.
So I need to know where you guys are doing this test.
Probably in whatever
Outside.
courtyard.
Yeah.
Or maybe in whatever courtyard, out of the main thoroughfare. This is a fairly large estate. I assume they have
A side
someplace.
garden, sure.
Yeah.
Just out of the way, so that anyone walking by on the main street doesn't look over and just see a lion man lighting up like a lightning rod. So you remember when Minnove used a shocking grasp to go fishing?
Yeah, to which
Me up.
Or use it against the guy that you're wearing the armor of right now that she killed.
I mostly bring it up because she's catching more than fish at this point.
Unlike what you might think, Minnove, I am not catfish.
Alright, Kari, your turn.
I don't even know what antagonize does.
Basically sounds like
Let's see here. You
Big wisdom
whisper.
saving throw.
You whisper magical words that antagonize one creature of your choice within range, 30 feet. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 4d4 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice that you can see. If the target cannot make this attack, for example, because there's no one within its reach or because its reaction is unavailable, the target instead has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the start of your next turn. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage only. Are you actually doing that, or are you doing something else?
No, I don't know. Kari, are you doing this? Oh no. Kari?
Impulsive?
Yes.
Are you doing this? Are you?
We were asking if you were
legit-
doing antagonize or not.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I was just being silly.
Okay. All right. All right.
No.
You should totally do it. You should totally do it because he doesn't have a reaction because I used shocking grasp.
I mean,
He's just bullying the
unless
lion bay.
Look, unless this is Will's way of quietly saying I want to play a new character, I'm not going to use antagonize.
Okay.
Well, considering she didn't roll damage, and Ludviek is singed, but he's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So at the end of the day,
I think we're worried about if I accidentally you made me react and hit somebody. That could do some actual damage.
Yeah,
your reaction.
We're not doing that. No.
Okay.
Your reaction is null and void because of shocking grasp. It's fine.
So, either way, you zap the shit out of Ludviek after trying to pelt him with fire. It is remarkable how largely unhurt he is. It's like, okay, yeah, no, that is a solid suit of armor.
Yes.
Pretty dense.
It is quite solidly made. Unfortunately, he just rubs his hand down a bit, the suit. It's like, now it's got a little bit of tarnish on it. I do believe you've ruined the finish. You'll have to fix this. Don't want to have Boron's new gift look bad after all.
All right. So, unless there is anything else for the remainder of this downtime period, the silence tells me there's not, then we shall move on 3 more days. Ludviek, you can take a long rest.
Good.
And on the dawn of this next day, effectively 4 weeks after your return to the Halkis estate, I'll say fairly maybe an hour or so before lunch. If I could have everyone just make for me a flat D20 check, please.
Yeesh.
Wow. We're all rolling low now.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Sure. We'll roll with that. So, Kari.
This is like...
Yes.
We will park your butt. We'll say that there's probably some seating in the front of the estate, like a bench or something off to one side, sort of under the sort of overhang awning that kind of provides a bit of shelter from any rainfall. You're parked there, maybe just idly tuning your guitar as you're waiting for things to happen. Just passing the time, enjoying the morning. Maybe have something wrapped in parchment off to one side. It's bread with boiled eggs mixed inside. I don't know, just something you're eating. And you wind up looking up, lifting your eyes when you hear the sound of the gates to the estate shrieking open, and an individual come cantering in on horseback. Appears to be a human man, maybe mid-20s. Judging by the attire, appears to be a messenger from the well, maybe not from the Corvid Runners. They're based out of Antrim, but just judging by the pack they have and just their general urgency, you get the vibe maybe a messenger?
Who goes there?
Horse pulls to a stop not far away as the man looks up at you. Oh, I bring a message for Tacfar? Or no, from Tacfar for Godfried.
Is Godfried in the house?
You assume so. You haven't heard about him leaving.
Okay. All right. He's in the house.
Good. Man dismounts and quickly goes jogging inside.
Oh, hang on.
Ah.
Do remove your shoes outside. He's very particular about that.
What?
I'm tempted to make you roll for deception, but it's funnier if you just get it. So, this
Now,
poor
would
guy
it be funnier if I did roll it?
Okay, fine, roll it. Do it.
Okay.
17. Okay, so this guy kind of just looks you up and down for a second in kind of deer in the headlights kind of confusion, until eventually his eyes do kind of settle on your talons Kravan are not generally known for wearing shoes. So he's just like,
And my stumps.
He just nods. Right, okay. I hadn't heard about that, but all right. Do I
Very
leave them
unusual.
do I leave them right here inside the door, or is it like a rack?
I would just leave them right outside the door.
He looks around at the decided lack of other shoes outside the door.
But there isn't a place for them in the rack inside.
Just gives you a look and just skeptically takes off his shoes and then goes jogging in.
And now Kari is going to pick up and move to a different bench, not inside of the door for when the guy leaves.
Are you taking the shoes with you, or are you just leaving them there?
No, he doesn't want to be there when the guy leaves.
Okay.
He's not taking the shoes with him. That's too far. He's just messing with this random guy a little bit. No, just...
Jesus Christ. Okay, so a handful of minutes later, Kari, you kind of park yourself somewhere out of sight. Make me a stealth check. We have created a scenario here. I'm gonna milk it.
All right. Do I have disadvantage?
I don't think it matters. That's 2 natural 20s in a row.
I'm taking a screenshot of this now. Fuck this. You should clip this sketch for this episode.
Yeah, I'm making a note of the timestamp. We are at 57 minutes and 16 seconds.
I am currently going through my day so that I can repeat whatever I did that clearly made God happy.
So you remember during the boss fight in Fort Red Iron when you did the daunting roar and everyone just rolled natural 20s to resist it? It's your turn, and it's for shoes. It was amazing. All right, Kari, you vanish into the ether. If there were an ethereal plane, you'd be visiting it at the moment. As a handful of minutes later, you hear the doors opening, and you hear like some disgruntled kind of like fuming noises. Where'd it go? Just like under breath grumbling and spitting and cursing. This ruffling of leathers, the guy gets his boots back on and just kind of stomps back down to his horse.
At the second the guy gets on the horse and before he takes off, Kari's just going to play a quick little magically enhanced riff so that it ominously echoes where that guy can hear it. Bum, 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 bum.
What is your objective with this?
I don't know. I think he just wants to be silly and have fun.
Okay.
Kari woke up today and chose violence.
So you play some like slightly ominously reverberant musical strums on your guitar as this guy is mounting up. Let's see here. What is a peasant's charisma score? It's like
10.
So plus nothing. What's your spell save DC, Kari?
Let me check. Hang on. How does this... Oh, 16.
Okay, so he succeeds. So he hears the notes, and like for a moment he seems unsettled, and then you just kind of see like this grumpy look come across his face, and then the horse gallops out with him with it. Is that you giggling or Kari? Or both?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, both.
Okay. So
Both.
the giggling gives away your location.
That's fine.
So
What's
you're
he
just
gonna
kind
do?
of giggling sort of around the corner when you see the familiar, now like slightly disapproving face of Tora kind of round the bend. Are you having a good time being a local haunting, Kari?
Yes. He says with no shame.
There's a brief moment where Tora just kind of regards you, almost like in the way of like a disappointed parent. But then he lets out an exasperated sigh and a quiet laugh as he shakes his head. Oh, who am I kidding? I was just like you when I was your age.
You also tell random visitors that he didn't like shoes in the house.
I might have played some manner of prank in a similar vein once upon a time. But this is not about me. Godfrey is summoning you and your friends to his office. Please be there at your earliest convenience. I'll go and fetch the others.
All right. I will be there post haste.
And then he's going to gather up his things and head inside.
All right. So, as Tora says, over the next short time, he makes his rounds through the rest of the estate, finding the rest of the party. Boron does receive an invite, but there's no urgency in it for him because the understanding he knows that he's just going to be staying here. So,
Yeah.
So he can tag along if he wants, but it's optional.
He probably won't.
Okay. But I imagine the rest of the party will answer the summons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, sort of one at a time, or in a pair of two, as it so happens with the lovebirds. You gradually make your way into Godfrey's office, and he's seated behind his desk waiting for you all. And once you're all assembled and the door's closed, thank you all for coming. I may have a new assignment for you all if you're available.
I mean, I would really like to get out of the city.
Well, you're in luck. So he sort of reaches down into his desk, pulls out a map of Valrive, unfurls it, and points to a spot right up, let's see here, right up here, on the shores of the river, kind of north and west of Asmara. So, word recently reached people in my circles that a handful of days ago, some tremors hit a small town in this area called Tacfar. And following those tremors, apparently a handful of individuals who were out playing in the nearby hills and forestry stumbled upon an unveiled entrance to a previously unknown structure. Explorers poking their way inside just out of curiosity found a stone door at the bottom of a long descending path and could not discern a means of opening it. No one there is exactly sure what it is, though. So, naturally, they reported it to the nearest representative of the erudites they had. This will be much the same as when I sent you to investigate the ruins deep in the forest last time. Albeit I imagine this will be a markedly shorter and perhaps less perilous trip. Does any of this sound of interest to you?
I mean, it's somewhere new. I've only ever traveled really to the circuit, so never really gone off that far. Sounds fun. Oh, as fun as it could be. I mean, never know what's in there, but I'm down.
Might as
See
well.
you.
Very well. Well then, as before, I want you all to simply go in and assess the situation. I don't want you to plunder anything if you can help it. If this is an old ruin of any historical relevance, anything down there might need to be left behind for the historians and archaeologists to pick over. The only exception, of course, is if it's something that someone else might snag in the meantime that's of particularly unique value or interest. Just so that, assholes like the halberds don't go trying to rip us off about it.
Is there gonna be at all a scholarly kind of party going there at any point soon? Do you know?
At some point after your party passes through, yes. As
'Cause
before, your
if
main
that's-
objective is to clear out any potential threats, make maps, and make any detailed notes that you can, just to give the more thorough teams something to start with.
All right, because if that's the case too, we can try and help any scholars that do want to go in there, or architects and such. Just kind of hang it tight and hold it on until, so that to prevent anyone like the halberds to come in and ransack it. Just an
Maybe.
idea, though. I'm here to listen to whatever you propose.
Well, I don't have clearance to send in the archaeologists until I have the all clear that any threats have been cleared out. So, you need to be able to tell me that the danger is past before I can send people in.
Sounds good. Can definitely do that. In some way.
Any questions?
You, obviously, you said it was only discovered by the locals, so was there any sign that there might be connections to the world beneath by chance? It would be good to know just in case.
I don't believe there are any documented entrances to the world below in the area around Tacfar. Not that we've discovered at any rate. That being said, it's not outside the realm of possibility that wherever this door leads might be connected to the world below. The passages down there sometimes shift or change as a result of cave-ins or creatures burrowing. It's not outside the realm of possibility that these tremors were a result of that.
That was my thought as well.
That being said, the passage had been there for at least a few days by the time people found it, and no unusual creatures have been found, though some of the local wildlife is a touch agitated. Not unexpected, given, again, tremors in the region, which is unusual for that part of the area. It's too far south to be directly in the path of any fault lines.
Well, we'll know more until we see it, so... Well, if it's reconnaissance needed, then it is reconnaissance that shall be done.
Very well. As a reminder, clearing out the location and making sure that it's not going to be a danger to anyone who goes in will, of course, net you all some payment in the form of gold, and if you can provide thorough structured notes and maps, that can increase the payout.
All right.
I think Kari and I can have that covered pretty well.
No, you would have covered very well last time as well. Very detailed.
Yes. All right, then. I do not know exactly where in relation to the town this passage is, so you'll want to check in with the locals and see what they know. But they should be able to point you in the right direction, and if there have been any developments in the time since they sent their messenger to us, they can apprise you of that as well. Well then.
Sounds good.
If there are no objections or any other questions, you can leave whenever you're ready.
Ah. Well, the night is only getting closer. I say we head out immediately.
All right, I'll go get, I guess, the rations and everything all sorted.
All right.
Oh,
We'll
right.
make sure.
Would be a good thing to grab, wouldn't it?
Huh?
Tuki's like already halfway out the door. Oh yeah, we should probably grab food, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Yes, food might be important.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll go make sure butterscotch is ready. Make sure she's got her hooves on and all. Her shoes. Yes, that is it. Shoes. Ah.
Huh.
And he would probably also stop in just to say goodbye to Boron and let him know, well, we're being sent out on yet another adventure.
Yeah. So
Hope you can survive without me.
We'll just get probably a few more scrapes and bruises, but I'll make sure that they get home.
Very well. I hold you to that.
Mm-hmm. You keep that forge running. I'll probably need your help in getting out any dents when I get back.
I will.
all right. Anyone else have anything they want to say to Boron?
Boron, I respect you.
Likewise.
He's not dying.
Yes.
You're not dying, are you, Boron? This is not why you're leaving us. You're not going to cease,
But
right?
Eventually, I'm gonna die. Yes, but
But
I
not like
have no.
today or tomorrow
I
or next
should
week,
hope
right?
not. I hope
Don't
not.
die on me, Boron. I just
Yeah,
started to
I
really
will.
like you.
I'll give it my best. Yes.
No, he might be old, but he's not elderly. He's not like he has 1 foot in the ground.
He's got one eye in the grave.
Oh. Oh. Boron, take 1d4 points of psychic damage.
Oh man,
It's just mockery.
migraine. Yeah.
You've got one eye in the grave. Stab me in it, why don't you? It's been a surprisingly mean-spirited session. Oh, Jesus.
You have 2 bards. I'm surprised this is like the most crazy it's been.
I expect bards to be horny, not this.
I'm waiting for the day that both Goldwyn and Minnove and Kari both get so cynical that they just end up being our own Sattler and Wardolph. Just 2 puppets like, hey, Gul's had a critical hit. It was quite a critical hit indeed. You may be bored to tears. Ooh.
What?
They're the Muppets. You know the the old man Muppets.
The old man
They're
Muppets.
like the hecklers in the corner, being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
bored me to tears."
I'm not familiar with those particular Muppets.
Did someone cast a level 2 spell? Why do you think so? Oh, because the whole audience has fallen asleep.
I'm in danger.
I'm surprised. You know them. You know them. There's no way you don't know the Muppets.
I
You
don't
know them.
I don't.
You
I'm
do.
sorry.
You do.
I don't.
Shame the DM, audience. Shame the DM.
I grew up with Zaboomafoo and Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer to a lesser extent.
And if you watch any Muppets content, you have definitely seen them. They are like one of the main Muppets.
Yes, we are gonna.
I have no
after
memory of them. I'm sorry.
After this, we are going to put Skij onto a Muppet movie marathon.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yay!
I've already been hijacked to watch Project Hail Mary, and I'm actually looking forward to that. So you don't have time. That's.
I've seen it.
Project Hail Mary is great.
Enjoy it, man.
I still
It's a
need
good
to see
movie.
Yep.
All
With
right.
Canadian
So.
star Ryan Gosling.
You know, the more you bully me, the more ammunition I have as the dungeon master to return the favor.
Do it. You won't. This is sign of aggression.
Why did you have to say that? Double the tokens over here. It's fine.
Minnove, are you agreeing with the narrator? What accent is that? Please.
I don't know what kind of Ludviek. Did you eat an aristocrat by any chance?
Okay, we're derailing his game enough. I think.
Yes, please. I am assuming direct control. We are getting back
It's
on
a good thing you
topic.
said that because I was about to jump in.
So. I was trying to do like a nice emotional farewell to Boron, and then y'all had to do all that shit with the Muppets.
Yeah.
It happens.
We'll see Boron again. It's not like we won't.
I know, but still. Either way.
Goodbye, Boron. Kisses, and stuff, and I don't know. See you later.
See you later.
All right. So, gathering up your things and saying just a few parting words and a few well wishes before you head on your way. You cast a few just little waves over your shoulders as you get Butterscotch hooked back up to the wagon, loaded up with your supplies, and carry on your merry way. With Boron remaining behind on the Halkis estate, effectively just sliding out for the time being. And I just covered his icon with the sliding block of wood.
Oh.
Boron's not here. Next time I lower
Butterscotch,
that,
don't
it'll
cry.
be. Anyways, so with all of that, you have a destination in mind: the village of Tacfar. None of you have been there, obviously. Boron might have at some point, but none of the rest of you have been there, I don't think. But it shouldn't be too much of a journey. Given it's not terribly far, and your travel pace of 30 miles on a given day using Butterscotch? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More or less.
All right. Then you should be able to get there in about 4 days at most. So with that, you gather up your things, load up, and set off from Asmara, sort of weaving your way between the various crowds and shuffling masses of yammering people, eventually passing through the northern gate after just a very brief inspection, just to make sure you're not carrying anything weird or fucky. Your group's been around long enough at this point that you're basically recognized-ish. And you have your Halkis estate badges to flash around too, so those are helpful. And you make your way back out into the open landscape. So, with that in mind, you press on. To your south, of course, the waters of Lake Boffleril catch the sunlight or ringlight, depending on how things go. And to the north, the evergreen trees of the outermost regions of the Forest of 1,000 Rivers just gradually shifting from evergreen to deciduous the further north and west you go. And as you're traveling, the air definitely begins to take on a colder quality as the sort of conglomerated body heat of all the various masses of people in the city are left at your back, and this chilly wind kind of skips off the waters of the lake to sort of wash over your wagon and the rest of you, making some of you shiver a little bit as you roll along over the landscape.
Did anyone get any warm clothing at all? Or a packet? I completely forgot. Oof.
This isn't so bad. I have a blanket, though. You want that?
Something, please. Freezing. So cold.
All right. How tall again is Minnove?
She's like 4'11".
Okay, good. This is perfect. All right, then Ludviek is just going to... He's going to take his giant paw, which is not gloved, and just put it plop right on top of her head. As a heating pad.
Okay.
Man, it's really nice that you all have feathers and fur to keep you insulated.
Maybe we should get you a small suit of armor. That way, if you're cold, you can heat metal.
No. You're so funny, Ludviek. And she's gonna kind of lean into Tuki while I guess his paw is on top of Minnove's head.
Just like
He's
sandwiched
keep
between
warm.
two warm bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I assume
basically
that
doing
means
what Andre
Kari is
did
the
to
one
Andre.
driving.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most dignified person up front at the reins.
Indeed.
Do I roll for this? Should I roll for this?
You can? I'm not sure what you'd be rolling for.
Okay.
Like you're
Just
on
making
a
sure.
yeah, like you're on a road right now. The things aren't terribly fucky in that regard.
Hmm.
So,
Bing, 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 ba ding, bing, bing, bing,
Yes,
bing,
so-
bing, bing, bing.
so you follow the road over the course of the next handful of days. By the nearing about the end of the second day of travel, popping in for rest in Volnight houses of respite along the way, you eventually cross a fairly hefty stone bridge that sort of spans where the river widens out and drains into Lake Bafluril. There are actually a handful of statues sort of hewn into one side of the bridge's underside, almost like wardens protecting against naval passage, as if like some terrible fleet might somehow sail down from the mountains to the north, following the river, and here meet the bulwark that would oppose them. Mostly just decorative, but pretty all the same. After that point, it doesn't take you long to note a less thoroughly paved, more of a dirt path worn down by excessive foot traffic, cutting north. And a road sign points toward Tacfar.
If we just went
Well-
somewhere else completely different instead.
I believe you go.
Thought you'd be interested, Kari, with how fascinated you were with the last one.
Oh, no, I absolutely do want to go. I'm just saying the intrusive thought out loud.
Ah. We all
Then
have
if I
those.
say it out loud. Probably won't
Is-
do it, just like what I did with the messenger.
Is Tacfar the next city that or town, I guess, that we'll be seeing, I guess, then?
Yes, it's near where all those quakes were happening. And some of the villagers from there are the ones that found the entrance to this
Cool.
ruin.
I hope they have a general store.
Well, they are a group of farmers. I would assume they would.
So hides of some sort, then.
Most possibly.
Perfect.
To Tacfar! Ho!
You all can see it's a map pin, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so
I'm just being impatient as Minnove.
it's all good. All right, so you turn your wagon north and start following the dirt path. It's a little bit more rocky and bumpy going this way as you gradually follow the steady flow of the river further north, gradually gaining in altitude as you follow it. The dirt path seems to hug very closely to the shores of the river. It makes for a very easy supply of water, so that does make sense. Gradually, the terrain becomes slightly more, not terribly rocky, but just a little bit more as you continue following the path. Little juts of stone and just general growths here and there as foliage becomes a little bit less abundant as you start making your way into this sort of hilly region as you draw closer to the mountains to the north. You have to pause briefly for a quiet camp by the waterside. It's very pretty, but it is a non-issue. And the following morning, you come up over a crest in the terrain, just another little hill, and look down and see the settlement of Tacfar ahead of you. And it's a fairly charming little place. Who here would like to volunteer to see if they know anything about this town as a character?
I could try.
Ari would not.
Yeah, I could try.
Considering the town's connection to Suna, Ludviek might have been told something by his
That's true. So let's
teacher.
have so let's have Minnove and Ludviek both make history checks.
I'm going based off of Minnove hearing stories and just being local to Valrive.
Yeah. Minnove,
History checks, you said?
Yes.
I'll go. Would you mind if I went off of religion instead? I mean, it's the same bonus either way, but I'm just for flavor.
I'd rather go with history just because this is
History.
about knowing
All right.
about the town itself as opposed to like
All right. Understand. All right, gotcha. Let's see. Nope.
All right. Minnove
not
being the
paying
look. Yeah. Okay, so the extent of Ludvik's knowledge is that there is a bit of a Sunan presence in the village. Minnove has a bit more of the gossip of the area because even if she hasn't been there, she has traveled the roads enough and talked to enough people that you can relay the basics. So I'll just go ahead and read off what's on the tooltip for all of y'all's knowledge and for the viewing audience back home. So Tacfar is a relatively small and otherwise unassuming village located to the north of the road between Shonbleman and Asmara. With a primary export of cabbage and other leafy crops, its primary claim to fame is the enormous ancient oak tree that stands sentinel over the village, very visible to where you all are. You can kind of see it like it is disproportionately huge. Such overgrown oaks are known to occur from time to time and usually wind up becoming points of spiritual significance for local communities. Let's see here. It is perched in a regal light on a nearby hill, and local folklore holds that that oak tree is a gift from Suna, planted there long ago as a sign to her faithful to settle here. For this reason, the honored dead of the town lay buried around the oak tree, their bones and bodies feeding the soil, as those they leave behind lovingly tend that very soil, showering in reverence and fertilizer in respectably equal measure. It is not a large town, it's very much a small village. You'd put it on the same scale as Lambsong, albeit where Lambsong was largely made with like wooden planks and thatch roofs, this place is a bit more sturdy looking, more stonework has gone into the construction, seemingly quarried perhaps from nearby foothills or, from the various rocky growths sort of along the riverside. But nonetheless, you can see plumes of smoke rising, and the fields all around it are rich with the leafy greens of various forms of cabbage crops and other staple crops as well. And other fields nearby are thick with livestock. There appears to be a fairly sizable communal town square in the middle, and a few other structures of note. Looking on toward the larger oak further back, you can tell that that is probably where the Sunan shrine for this little village is located. Not nearly on the same scale as a proper temple, just a small shrine, probably manned by only a single individual. The air is still chilly. In the early morning as you're arriving, the landscape's kind of painted in like stripes of gold, and your breath kind of ghosting in the air in front of your lips with every exhalation, as you are in the very last days of autumn at your arrival here.
I'm gonna run to the nearest general store. As soon as we lay our bags and get all like kind of get in, I'm like, all right, I'm going to the store. Anyone want anything while I'm there?
Of course, assuming even a village of this size even has a store. Looking at it now, Might not even have an inn or a tavern. This might just be a collection of small houses.
Okay, well, someone has to have warm clothes here. Listen, I am not built for this weather.
Have you?
Look at me.
Did you not think about this before we left?
No, I didn't. Not at all. I think I would, but I wouldn't.
I'm very surprised with that very big coat of yours and all those scarves that you wouldn't be warm.
It's for coolness. It's to keep the sun off. Cool, wind, breezy, traps air. You know. Ooh. And unfortunately, it's trapping the cold air. It's freezing.
Do you want to wear my jacket?
But I don't want you to be cold.
I'll be fine. I move a lot.
You do, but still.
Do you know how insulating feathers are?
No
What do you
idea.
think keeps your coat warm?
You want to know? Do you? One, I'm not wearing a coat. Two, does it look like I wear feathers?
No.
Exactly. Though Tuki is very warm being next to her, so it's very
Yes.
comforting.
Alright, so, goals in order. Find anyone who knows about the recent disturbance and get directions. 2. Find Minnove something warm, aside from Tuki.
I offered my jacket.
I know you did, hon, but I don't want you to be cold, and it's chilly and it's windy, and it's a lot. If we can't find anything, yes, I will take you up on that.
All right. I'd like Ludviek just look for the nearest person and just someone ask questions. Those 2 questions of, hey, do you know of anyone who's heard about those recent earthquake disturbances or some sort of ruin being opened up? And 2, know of anyone who's bartering in this town or trading in this town, by chance?
All right, so
If.
you kind of look around for a second. It doesn't take you terribly long to spot a human woman kind of walking by. Looks like she's on her way to whatever her place of work is. Sort of flag her down and ask those 2 questions really quick, and it's like, well, in terms of the quakes and the unearthed ruin, if you're looking for someone who knows where that is, the best people to go to would either be the innkeeper Veska or the town mayor Thrandon. Vreska's she turns and pardon me, I tripped over my tongue. I was reading something and trying to talk at the same time, but she turns and points. We do have a very small inn, sort of in the center of town. Doesn't get much traffic, but you could probably get some info there. And the town mayor is over clear on the other side of town. Generally, likes his privacy when he's not doing immediate governing work. But otherwise, the only people I could think of would be the kids who actually found the tunnel in the first place, but I'm not sure where they live. As for a bartering station, we don't get many people in town, but we do have an individual, she points sort of across from the inn. We do have a general store, or really more of an exchange station, but if you're looking for something, you could probably get it there. It'll help us buy up for supplies for winter.
Thank you so much. Tuki, come on.
I mean,
All right.
Then I guess Kari and I will talk to the innkeeper.
I need to see if there's someone we can tie up the horse.
All right. Do you want me to go on ahead to find the innkeeper, or would you like help with that?
There's a hitching post outside the inn.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1
Wait.
stone.
Quick, before someone else shows up in this town. We need to keep the good parking spot.
Yes, Kari, because the traffic is so heavy around here.
It's always when you least expect it.
All right, so
All right.
So yes, we're gonna go do that.
Okay.
yeah.
So let's hear. Who do we want to do first? Do we want to do the lovebirds or the boys?
Get the shopping.
I say, yeah.
Okay. All right. So Tuki and Minnove, you make your way to the indicated structure, the general store. A little sign sort of hangs out front that kind of has like a very basic sort of illustration of what looks like a pile of various like farming tools and other general assorted cutlery. Like there's a plate, there's a rake, there's a broom, there's a line of tankards, there's a dish, there's like a knife stabbed into some wooden planks by the looks of things, with just plain and efficient lettering saying the Tacfar Trader.
Perfect. Hello.
Kind of pushing
Ding, ding.
open the door. There's a kind of the ringing of the bell is a little muted, as it seems that the bell is very slightly rusty, so there's not really much like resonance to it. It's just like ding ding ding. But as you kind of poke your head in, you see that like the assessment that is more like a trade, like just like an exchange house, is not terribly far off. Off to either side, it's not a very large space, but you see long tables sort of hugging the walls to either side, sort of lit by candles in equal measure to light streaming in through the windows. At the far end, you can see the sort of a hunched over human man, kind of looking to be a little on the older side, with kind of wiry gray hair kind of snapping out in all directions, it kind of looks like he got hit by a bolt of lightning almost.
Oh my god.
As
Are
he
you
kind of
alright?
He looks your way, and like one eye is like slightly bigger than the other, but then you realize he's just kind of squinting with one. He's like, "Oh yes, I'm fine. Who might you two be? I don't believe we are acquainted."
Oh, I am Minnove. And this is my partner, Tuki.
Nice to meet
Coming
you.
through.
Partners? Huh. I didn't realize we'd had an uptick in crime around here.
Well, no, not crime. Why, like, no, like,
crime. There's no crime.
What? So you're not... And then this dawning look of comprehension comes over his face. Oh, I am so sorry. We don't get many visitors around here, and I got excited. There might be some excitement.
I mean, from the sounds of it, there's a lot of excitement over by yonder, over there, by the earthquakes.
The ground shook for 12 seconds, and then some kids found a hole. I'd hardly call that exciting. I love this man already. I've made him up on the spot, and I love him already.
I love him too.
But I'm so sorry. I'm being a terrible host. Welcome to my trade house. I imagine you would like something.
Yes. Do you have anything that is warm clothing of any sort?
Do I?
Yeah. Do you?
I don't know. Let me check. And he goes and he starts shuffling around the room.
He's reminded me of the one stand-up character from what's it called? You won't get this, Skij. I know you won't.
Probably not.
Carol Burnett show. By what's his face? The Butcher Man. Anyways, I'll show a clip of it at some point. Sorry.
So he shuffles around for a minute and then's like, so you were wanting a coat, something to help you keep warm, yes?
Yes, something to keep warm, big enough for me, and
Do you mind if
yes.
it's perhaps a touch large?
No, I don't mind touch large. As you can tell.
And he kind of comes back, sort of like held between his arms, almost in like a bridal carry. You see like this fairly lengthy. It almost seems like not like a trench coat length, but like a longer-ish coat. Kind of a duller red color, like very much on the dull side, but like it has like an inner fur lining that looks to be made of like sheep's wool.
Ooh.
So, you got this. Kind of crouches a bit to let you get a better look at it. made for a woman about the size of my wife, but she didn't want it, so...
Oh, may I try it on? See if the shoe fits?
Yes, please. Just don't go out the door with it.
Oh, no, of course not.
So,
in fact, if it doesn't fit me, I might not be able to run without it.
So you kind of throw it on, and it is a little long for you, just on account of the fact that it was made for someone like human woman size, and you're notably shorter on the scales front. But it is very warm. It's very soft. Whoever this guy's wife is, you have to wonder what the fuck is wrong with her that she wouldn't want this. It is amazing feeling. That said, it is kind of an awkward fit. It doesn't make any accommodations for your tail, so you kind of just have like this flare coming out the backside unless you start tucking.
Ooh, this is nice.
Isn't it just?
How much do you want for it? Yeah.
Let's see here. He starts like...
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you there.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just commenting to Tuki that her and I kind of said the same thing at the same time.
Ah. One memento, I'm checking something. I'm trying to figure... How expensive are, like, traveler's clothes or basic clothes or whatever?
Well, winter clothes are a different price as well.
I don't see winter skin in the equipment list.
I believe warm weather clothes are like 10 gold, I believe.
Yeah, 10 gold pieces.
That's $1,000 for a coat. That seems stupid. Give me a second.
You obviously haven't had a good coat.
I have a good vest. It wasn't $1,000.
My coat was like 300.
If this is a trading post, do you barter items for items, or is it just payment?
It depends on if the items are helpful to the town. This is a little farming community, pretty out of the way. We don't really get much traffic here. No one comes to us for anything. We send people off to Asmara to sell, like, cabbages and leeks and, I don't know, the occasional fart in a jar. And then they come back with food, and we have a big feast, and then we hunker down in our homes and don't do anything until the snow goes away. So if anything you have to barter would help the town deal with winter, or help people do their jobs around here, that might help. Otherwise, the coin will just go towards buying those things back in town. But as for the price of this coat, it's very well made, yes, but it's, I'd say about 5 silver.
Tuki will take out 5 silver.
Tuki, you don't need to. I can buy it.
But I already paid.
Man kind of takes the coins, like, counts them real quick. Oh, thank you very much. And sir, you'll miss it. And he kind of like kneels down a little to be closer to your eye level, Minnove. Take it from an experienced old man. Yes. When your lady does something nice for you, don't question it. Just nod your head and say thank you, dear. Yes.
Minnove's gonna like lean back a little bit from him. So and then she's gonna look over to Tuki and be like, nod her head. Thank you, dear.
There we go. And he like stands back up to his full height. Well then, is there anything else I can get for you two?
Anything
Did you... Sorry, go ahead.
No, anything that you particularly...
I was wondering if you knew where the kids said they found the hole, or maybe which kids it was that found the hole?
The kids that found the hole, those would be Danis and Tira, a couple of kids in the area, best friends to hear them tell it, and I didn't pay much attention to where they found it. Sort of in the side of a hill, a ways outside of town, I think. But I wasn't given a direction. I'm not going to go over there. Plunging my stinky feet into a hole in the dirt? Oh, no, thank you.
No worries.
Are you going to go diving into it?
What?
Are you going to go diving into the hole?
All depends.
Oh, cool. Okay. Kind of bobs his head a few times in a... sagely is the wrong word, but a nod.
Would you happen to have any interest in buying an old set of leather armor? It would be helpful for maybe your hunters. Protect themselves while out and about.
Can you show it to me?
Yeah, Tuki will just take out her plain leather since she has studded leather.
Ooh. Yes. I dare say we could get some use out of that. I'm trying to remind myself of how much, half their cost. Okay. All right. And leather armor. Yeah. All right. Yes, I think I could. If it's just, I could give you a few gold pieces for that.
Thank you.
He passes you 5 gold pieces as his vocabulary degenerates into slurry. It's just me making noises.
I love this man, Tuki. This is my comfort, old man.
Well then, he just deposits the leather armor in a nearby crate to deal with later. Right, I'm gonna need a new mannequin for that. Anything else I can get for you, two dearies?
I'm alright, thank you so much for the coat.
Yeah, thank you for everything.
Yeah. Well, have a good rest of your day, yes?
As we leave, Minnove's gonna cast Prestidigitation on the bell to have it ring a little bit clearer.
All right. So you do that. It becomes nice and pristine and shiny as the door swings shut behind you. You hear the ding-a-ding-ding. Stop it. You didn't even get his name.
I mean, I was going to, but I didn't want to put you in that. I'm coming back.
Delightfully old shopkeeper bird man.
And then I guess we're gonna head out. Do you want to go speak to the mayor or find those children?
It's okay. Look for the kids.
All right. And that's what Minnove and Tuki are probably gonna walk off and go look for and fade to them, I guess.
All right. So that little side errand concluded. We'll now cut over to Ludviek and Kari as you get Butterscotch hooked up to a hitching post outside the tavern. It's a very basic establishment. 2 stories, but otherwise very lacking in any sort of embellishments. It very much just looks like a place where you come here to sleep for the night. There is nothing fancy about it.
And here is where we begin our plan.
Fun?
Yes, plan to investigate whatever it is we've been sent to look at.
Oh, yes, but you make it sound like it's some sort of scheme. It's just asking questions. You're not scheming, are you?
You're no fun at any of this, are you?
I can be fun.
All right, then. You know what? If you can be fun, you take charge. Be the fun one. Here, I'll do my best Boron impression, and he's going to just cross his arms.
Now that's not fair. You need to be a bit shorter and also have a beard.
I'm biologically incapable of the beard.
This is implying that you are capable of actually getting shorter. You just.
Well, yes, and he's just gonna he's gonna like hunch down. See?
It's doing wonders for your posture. I'm not fixing that later. All right. Let's at least hope this innkeeper can answer a couple questions, maybe point us in the right direction. And who knows? If it's not too far outside of town, we might not even need to set up camp.
Right, says you. I was the one driving.
And you did a lovely job at it. Barely felt those potholes.
Yes, and it's exhausting work. You've clearly never driven before.
You see, I know you're trying to test my patience, but it's not going to work. I shall be the bigger man here. Because I am the bigger man. Haha.
And I assume with that you step inside?
Yes.
After Kari audibly blinks at him.
Audibly?
Audibly blinks.
Audibly?
That implies to me that your eyes are very sticky with sleep sand as they just kind of wetly click as they open.
No, it's
he means the cartoon, you know, like they're in the dark and blinking their eyes.
All right, yeah, that. Looney Tunes and this shit.
Sound.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Ding, ding. All right, so stepping your way in, it's a very humble establishment on the interior as well as the exterior. Just a couple of tables, round, basic, simple make, but sturdy by the looks of it, off to either side, a simple blazing hearth. Not blazing, actually, it hasn't been lit yet, it's morning. You don't currently see anyone sort of seated around. It seems like everyone's either fucked off already or aren't going to take their breakfast here. Why would they? Most people would have their own houses. So, but behind the counter up ahead, you see kind of looks like a middle-aged human woman who is seated behind the counter and is in the process of reading a book with a nondescript cover. She lifts her eyes at your approach, blinks in surprise. Oh!
Ludviek doesn't aside to Kari, just saying, "Watch, I can be the fun one indeed." And he's just gonna saunter in his armor up there.
Shink, shank, rattle, rattle.
Yeah. I just say, "Greetings, ma'am, and good morning to you. I was hoping you might be able to answer some questions about some current going-ons in town."
Yeah, sure. Just like sets her book aside. Plummy, you're a tall one. Yeah, sure. What you need?
Well, first off, my name is Ludviek. I'm traveling here with a group because we had heard recently about your town, well, suffering a few quakes, which is quite odd. And apparently even the discovery of some ruin of some kind?
Oh, were you sent by the erudites?
Ah, yes indeed. We were sent by them to check it out and make sure there were no beasties or nasties or anything that could possibly harm your village.
Ah. Well, nothing's come from that old hole yet. No one's figured out how to get it open either. It's not terribly far outside of town, though.
Ah. Is it by chance, Ludviek then pulls out and rolls out his map. It's like, is it just directly west, or which direction should we go to go check it out?
It's a little southwest, kind of towards this tree cluster here. She kind of points in a general direction. There's a few smaller hills in the area. I'd say it's like about an hour's walk outside of town.
Ah, closer than expected. Oh, that's good.
Well,
That is very good.
Well, it had to be close enough for the kids to stumble on it, right?
Good thing it was not the open hole and they stumbled in.
I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard people who have seen it say that it's more like a hole in the side of a hill, so it's like you wouldn't stumble into it, you'd see it first.
Huh. Like a door, almost? Or more like a cave?
Well, it's like a cave that was like dug out by hand or something, and it leads to a door. I haven't seen it.
Well, we'll be sure to check that out immediately. In the interim, has there been any change or anything else of note aside from this? Was there, by chance, anything weird going on beforehand? Before the quake,
I mean, there was another outsider who came into town not long before you all showed up. Was here like yesterday?
Oh.
Yeah, another Rythar bloke, but very different looking to you. Like look, all white fur instead of your hues, and had, like dreadlocks for his mane, and like he had a whole bunch of I think it was like bone just wrapped in bandoliers around his torso. It was strange.
Oh. Would Ludviek know about this type of Rythari? Would he have encountered one before?
You've encountered at least one Rythar that has a snow leopard's pelt. You you would have, even if you didn't meet her, you would have heard about her, because I'm pretty sure she was running the salon where the others went and got their massage way back when, and Tuki sobbed.
Okay.
So you are aware of the presence of Rythar with different color palettes. Like the ones who exist down in Orovir tend to have more like a Black Panther color palette. Those farther to the north tend to more closely resemble, snow leopards, and in some places they more resemble like striped tigers or cheetahs or whatever. It just depends on where you are.
May have encountered a couple of them before. All right. Indeed. But nothing more than passing. All right. It's like, ooh, some of this coming as well. But thank you for the information, ma'am. And he gives her a silver for the time. We may yet be returning here for rest afterwards.
Takes the silver, gives you a nod. Thank you kindly, mister. Just if you're gonna go spelunking into that old tunnel, be careful. No one knows for sure what's down there.
True. But that's half the fun, is it not? The unknown.
Frankly, I like to know what's in a room when I'm gonna go walking into it. Things get scary when things change.
But that is why you light a torch beforehand.
All right.
He's trying to be clever and he's failing at it. I'm trying to. Okay, to which then Ludviek, after he makes that comment, he just turns back to Kari with like a double thumbs up, like, yeah, I'm the fun one. Nailing it.
At this, Kari is going to lean to look at the lady and say, "I'm very sorry, miss. He's been hit on the head one too many times."
It's quite all right. Kind of shows the silver he gave. Not used to people in full armor is all. Just threw me for a bit of a loop.
Well,
yes.
We have at least our direction. Let's go find the others. And go check out this hole in the hill. Thank you again, ma'am.
Alright.
Wait, I'm sorry, what time of day is it again?
Morning.
It's like morning, yeah.
It's not 5 o'clock yet.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
We went fast.
Yeah, it's not far.
From Asmara?
Yeah. I mean, you didn't go in a straight line. You did follow the road.
Yeah, but that's...
Still took us almost half a week to get here.
Yeah.
A little more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just didn't go into
For some reason, I thought this was the same day we left for some reason. I was like,
No.
Oh, no.
I just didn't have any random encounters figured out, so I didn't interrupt the travel. And it would be kind of
But
meaningless to
butterscotch
have
is
you like
good.
do like rolls for things when nothing would happen. It would just be wasting time. So when it comes to like lengthy travel sequences, unless I have like actual random encounters lined up to accost you and absorb time, I'm leaning more into the habit of like just kind of trying to just let time just become a non-factor in longer travel sequences. Because generally speaking,
Gotcha.
like epic travel in like The Lord of the Rings is a couple of panning camera shots with cool music and then the next important scene happens. They don't linger on the travel, they just let you know it happened. So I don't want travel to get boring by just spending like 4 weeks on like, you need to stop and like do watch rotations again. Is anything gonna happen tonight? No, roll anyway. That gets boring really
If you roll
fast.
bad enough, something will happen.
All right, so we'd go then to meet up with the others. So let's
I
go
guess
find
so.
them.
So, Tuki and Minnove, you two are met with the unfortunate reality that you don't know where these kids are. And you are strangers
Is
to
there a
this town.
school?
It does not seem to be. This is, like, the Middle Ages.
Like- Well, I mean, like there were like a learning house of some sort.
We're at a schoolhouse. Even those aren't necessarily super common. It kind of depends. As it is, I'm figuring that, like, you two and, like, Kari and Ludviek would have probably been coming out of your respective buildings not terribly far apart from each other, because you went to your respective tasks at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna link up in the middle of town before you go trundling off if you'd like.
There, Minnove's like wandering around, be like, so, anyway, the idea to find these kids. Oh, hi, Kari. Hi, Ludviek.
You do note that Minnove is wearing a very long coat now.
That is a very long coat.
I know, it's so pretty.
Does it help you with the cold?
Oh, most certainly. It's so feel the inside, and Minnove's gonna like kind of curl like a little bit the out and show like the wool exposing.
Yeah, Ludwig's gonna try. He's just gonna be like, "Oh, that is indeed soft. Good find, very good
absolutely.
find." And
Yes.
we've also solved our little mini quest as well, with the exact
Oh.
location of this hole, or more so, cave, in the wall, or the well, in the hill. Yes, in the hill. Anyway, it's not that far from here. Well, not even 2 hours trek from here, actually.
Oh well, Tuki.
I'd say because it's so close, we could just take our cart over there and be there in no time at all.
Yeah, might as well. We found the names of the kids that found it, but or we learned the names of the kids that found it, but it doesn't really learn us anything if you found
Is the
hole.
terrain traversable by cart?
It might be a little bit of it might be like a rocky traversal, but like it should be. It's fairly clear of like trees and hills and whatnot. And if you were able to like get the cart through like the forests on the shore, on like the lake's shore, then like yeah, traveling through this terrain might be a little bumpy, but it would totally be doable.
I do vote we probably should maybe walk if we can walk.
Let's see,
I'm
yeah,
assuming
because
you
my thing is, then someone has to stay with it, because that's not
Yeah.
going to the cave.
Well, someone has to stay with the cart if we leave it here at town too.
Well, we left it at the
Well, yeah,
inn,
but it's at the end.
and that's
Yeah.
that's like part of the inn's job is to maintain. It's like a parking spot. Like Kari said.
We're paying them. We're gonna pay them now for that. See, it's a lot safer in the middle of this little tiny quiet village than it is in the middle of nowhere.
Plus, also, the
Alright.
last thing we want is for wear and tear to happen, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, now we're in the middle of butt fuck anywhere, and
Okay,
our
okay,
wheel
I would-
popped off.
He's like, all right. I was just thinking of didn't want to leave Butterscotch alone, and who knows, so we might the cart.
Oh, she's fine.
halt-
We've left
halt
her
her
alone
back.
before.
All right.
She's survived.
All right. Well, I guess we then go to head out. I mean, it's just a walk. It's a walk away. Let's go.
Yeah. It's nice to walk around and stretch the legs. Been sitting in a cot for 5 days.
All right. So you're heading out then?
Yeah.
All right. Before we proceed with that, I actually need to pause the recording for a handful of minutes. Because there is a technical thing I'm trying to do, and I can't do it while juggling everything else. So I'm going to pause the recording and then wrap it up real quick, and then we can resume play as soon as I'm done. Should only take me a few minutes. Alrighty. Apologies for that brief disruption. We are back. So, as I recall, the plan was that the party was going to go venturing directly to where the hole is said to be. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And you're leaving the wagon behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then.
Oh, probably check in with the tavern keeper and just say, we're going to go check out that hole now. How much just to have you watch, Butter? Keep an eye on the horse and the cart for a while.
She looks down at the silver piece in her that you flicked earlier and holds that. I was like, should probably cover it for the day at least. I might charge more if you come back later than today.
But we do plan on coming back. We hope to see you then.
All right. Anything I should know about your horse if I'm going to be tending them while you're gone?
Temperamental!
Right, okay. Duly noted. All right. So with that, your horse is situated. Your wagon secured. You gather up what supplies you need for a few hours trek into the wilds and make your way south and west out of Tacfar. As you leave the settlement behind you, sort of walking on some narrow paths between the various, the various little fields of crops, you eventually pass by to sort of an outer perimeter fence more than anything, and find yourself stepping into sort of rolling hills marked with the occasional, just a sporadic mix of various different types of trees, the occasional rocky protrusions emerging from the earth, and mushroom growths as well. Sort of following the general direction you were given, there's still a fair bit of ground to cover, so let's go ahead and who's sort of taking the lead and finding the direction here?
I can.
Probably Ludviek.
Well,
I mean, probably gonna need someone with sharp eyes to pick it out, so I'd say Tuki at this point.
all right then. So, Tuki, make for me a perception check.
Can I do investigation instead?
I usually handle investigation as analysis as opposed to spotting things. 8. All right. So you had a direction. You didn't exactly narrow it down very much, so you're kind of just bumbling about in the hills for a little bit. But eventually, you do sort of start to... You there's only so many hills for you to sort of scour as you're poking your nose around. So, after a short time, you eventually find yourself sort of coming around the base of one of the hills in the region, and as you're coming around, you see, it's surrounded on all sides by a fairly thin spattering of different types of trees and various rock formations. There's another fairly hefty collection of oaks sort of at its summit, not nearly as big as the one that presides over the town proper, but still fairly sizable. And as you're coming around, you all catch sight of a the last remnants of a wispy trail of smoke coming from not terribly far away, sort of just around the bend. Judging by its width, it looks like it might be the remnants of a campfire worn out over the course of the night. And soon enough, if there's no adjustments in your approach...
Ludwig would probably just make note of it to everyone else and say, well, shouldn't have to worry about anything, but keep on your toes just in case.
Maybe they found something.
That is possible.
Soon enough, you come around that sort of bend, sort of slowing your pace a little bit, and you lay eyes on a few things. First, you spy what is unquestionably a fairly small campsite, and not terribly far away from said campsite, and sort of a sheer, like almost but not quite vertical sort of slope in the side of this hill. You can see the sort of vertical, almost natural-looking hole in the side of the hill. A couple of mounds of dirt kind of pushed off to either side. And a figure currently just standing and surveying that opening in the side of the hill. Mick, if you would like to describe your new character, please.
Yeah, well, it's obviously a Rythar, so he's quite tall, not quite as tall as Ludviek, I'd say. Currently wearing pants, and that's pretty much it. He's, despite the cold climate, he's standing there pretty much topless, and he's actually studying what appears to be some sort of decorated bone thingy. You can't quite make it out, that he's holding in his hands. And apparently, I'm not sure. Let's see. Apparently, did he notice you? He probably hasn't noticed you quite yet.
You could also probably take a second to update your name in the Roll20.
That is correct. Okay, I did.
Boron was just trying to find that lost hammer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, where'd I leave it?
And the campsite looks fairly well built. It's got a small tent, and there's a bright red and gold coat hanging from the tent right now. Yeah, that's more or less what you see. The as he was already described, he has white and gray fur, and his hair is styled into long white dreadlocks. Gesundheit.
Minnove just gives away the party.
I think she was saying hello.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, it sounded like a sneeze on my end.
Yeah, me too.
You kind of cut out a wee bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, again, I'm on my phone. She's yelling out. She's calling out, "Hello!"
Oh. He looks up from the studying of his objects, and you can see that, or basically he puts on a bandolier of similar objects around his waist. And, oh, greetings.
Hello. Yes.
You do not look like the locals.
The lookouts. The lookers. Are you looking for someone?
I think he meant
Waiting for
locals.
someone?
He said locals.
Yeah.
Oh, locals. Locals. Sorry. I'm getting some wind under my ear.
It is kind of hard for you to hear under all those layers.
I like that as.
Hmm.
No, we hail from Asmara.
Oh.
To investigate this. The hole. The ominous hole that was found in the ground, or that was uncovered. And who
He looks down and regrettable, but very well.
Hello, but anyways, my name's Minnove Ringdancer. What might your name?
I am Shianor Takul from the Takul Pride.
Shianor. Pleasure to meet you, Shianor.
Shianor.
No D.
Without the D at the end.
It is
There's no D.
perhaps it is difficult to pronounce for your tongue. You can call me Shia if you like.
Shia.
Shia.
Well, pleasure to meet you there, Shia. This is my friends and traveling party.
Well met, Shianor. I am Ludviek. Ludviek Nush. I travel with these ones and to make sure they stay out of trouble.
He looks at you quizzically, putting his head slightly to the side. Ludviek? That is an odd name, if I may say so.
I'm told by many others I'm quite odd myself. So I'd say it's fate that it is a very appropriate name.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Well met. You are probably from the Solemn Erudites, if my assumption is correct.
Very good assumption. Yeah, Ludviek just casts an aside at Kari. Just like, interesting character this guy is. Basically with an expression. So, do the quakes themselves and the give you interest to be here, or just happen to be passing by?
I have my reasons to investigate. I did not assume that the Solemn Erudites were so quick to react. I hope to be the first to give them a report on this site.
Ah.
Do you work for them as well?
Not quite. I am more independent, but I would like to say get into the... It is difficult to say that in the common tongue. To express my interest in joining them with a discovery.
Ah. You were hoping to find this and clear it out or get a report back to them yourself as a way of basically showing what talent you have.
That is my... yes, that was my plan.
What is it you can do, friend?
I'm a hunter, a scholar, a scientist, a magician.
Oh, a man of many talents.
I would say so, yes. But every writer is a hunter. Every scholar or every magician is a scholar, I would assume. And so these intertwine.
Well, Ludviek looks among his group and, like, basically looking for his approval. And he says, from maybe forward, it was our goal to come out here and make sure that these recent events were taken care of, charted out, and I would not be against having another hand in helping. And if you
We all have the same goal.
And if you wanted to have someone, and if you do a good job, well, I'd be glad to vouch for you.
That would be much appreciated.
Of course, let's just hope there is nothing of too much danger within these, well, I can't even say ruins. We have no idea what this is, actually, yet. For all we know,
How bad?
It is definitely a door of some sort, but I have not been able to open it thus far.
How bad could it be, honestly?
True.
Open sesame.
Your voice kind of echoes down the long tunnel that leads to the door.
Well, that's all I can do.
I shall show you what I found so far.
That didn't work.
By all means, do show.
And he begins to light a torch with a small incantation. And of prestidigitation, and he leads the others inside.
I assume everyone is following?
Yeah.
All right. So, following behind... does Shianor throw on his jacket, or is he still topless?
Actually, he leaves the jacket outside.
All right. Nips out. We're going in.
Yep.
He thinks better with his shirt off.
More or less.
Lets the brain get the full sensations and
magic show and a show.
Everything.
Anyways, so making the descent down this narrow path, it's a pretty tight fit. It's only like 5 feet wide, so you're gonna have to go down in a single file line. It descends at a very gradual, sort of claustrophobic angle. Going down and down and down. Oh shit, I actually left myself notes on exactly what to read here. Let me read my pre-written things. I forgot about these. So, yes. Let me just double check what it all says. So, claustrophobic and dark, the steep angled path descends deep and deep into the chill sodden earth. The heavy smell of the dirt presses in around you, even as the fingers of old roots brush your shoulders as if in silent yearning for something to hold on to. Every so often, you catch sight of some manner of insect or other subterranean dweller crawling into a fold in the soil, vanishing from sight. At the end of the long descent, you find that the path sort of widens out just slightly, and a pair of stone doors stand set into the wall on the far side. Largely seemingly featureless. You see no door handles. And give me just a second to remind myself of all of the things about it. All right. So, how do you all wish to proceed?
It is interesting, isn't it? It's almost like being swallowed up by the earth itself.
It's almost unnerving, but fascinating at the same time.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to see if I can clean off any scuff or anything around the doors itself to see if there's anything in particular that might give a clue on how to open.
Sure.
The door is... Oh, right.
What part of the door? It does kind of have like a frame almost. So do you want to just clean like the front face or anything else?
Like the front face, like essentially like if there's anything etched into the door itself that might be hidden between like dirt and grime and however long it's been in the ground.
All right, so sort of calling on the power of your ringstone, you hold one hand out kind of sideways and slowly move it down, and as it does, dirt and freckles of other bits of stone and other things begin to just peel off of the front face of the door, and as it does, you do gradually reveal sort of carved, etched, sort of engraved into the front face, sort of centered on the middle seam. It does appear to be, there is an engraving, very stylized, of a tall, lanky, elderly, you assume human man, with this long, sort of angular, pointed beard, kind of a strange, sort of angled hat, almost kind of like the father from the Clone Wars. And sort of, yeah, it's a deep cut, isn't it? But like, you see like, sort of, I'm doing it visually, but I'm trying to find the words to describe it. His hands are sort of folded over, like one on top of the other, over like his chest, and you just see like sort of swirling patterns there that indicate something like flowing or moving. And the rest of the man's form appears to be sort of draped and steeped in some manner of robe.
Huh. Anything you all can make out of this? I have no idea.
I made a rubbing of this with charcoal, but its significance eludes me.
Flowing of thought, energy, moonlight, magic. Could be anything.
The fuck's the moon?
Ringlight. gotta be one every session. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There does, doesn't there? It's okay. It's okay. Every so often when I'm writing stories in this setting, I make the same mistake.
Very good.
I have to consciously remind myself it's ring light, not moonlight. There is no moon. Go on.
There's no moon.
Tuki, Kari, do you have any idea what this is through travel or through book or anything?
By the way, was this on the side or was this on the center of the?
The mural is like in the door itself. Like the door is like a double door, like opens from the middle, theoretically.
Okay.
And the seam goes down the middle of that. The mural is centered on those double doors. Like the seam goes right down the guy's nose and between his eyes. It is very central.
Mirror image.
Has anyone tried pushing it open yet?
Yes. several times. But
Hey,
it
you
is
had to ask.
it is possible that I
Please
am
open.
not strong enough. I do not have any tools that might help me.
On a lark, I'd like Ludviek to take out his ringstone, and I want him to concentrate like he's going to be casting something, but instead I want him to just with that energy just push at the door, see if that does anything.
Okay, go ahead. You're a paladin. Your spellcasting modifier is your charisma, right? Or is it your wisdom?
Correct. Charisma.
Okay, go ahead then and just make for me a charisma check.
Straight charisma.
20.
Whoa.
All right, damn, good roll.
Damn.
All right.
Let's see if it does anything.
So as you're surveying the door, you sort of pull out your ringstone, you utter a few words, and just will a stream of luma to kind of flow from your ringstone and into the door, kind of probing it, kind of prodding at it, just looking for anything, really. And after a bit, you find the energy, the luma released from your stone starts to be pulled and gathered toward that point between the mural's hands, into that swirling mix in the middle, and begins to become visible to everyone else, swirling threads of silver, gathering, following the grooves in the door, until eventually they all coalesce into a singular point and then vanish, and this snap of white light sort of flies up through the seam, at which point the door lets out a heavy thunk, and a bit of dust falls from the roof over your head.
Okay.
Well,
Ludviek just
You
stands
know,
there for a second. He just stands there for a second and says, "Huh, it was just a random guess."
oh, but Sesame.
Genom's mouth stands open. You did not even formulate a spell.
No,
That is incredible. I would have never have thought of that.
I thought it was just like the flow of magic itself. I thought, well, if you're just supposed to concentrate on it, I mean, to be honest, I thought it would probably just maybe point out a mechanism or something, but
you
okay.
You need to speak in the dragon tongue to actually formulate a spell.
And he was doing that. He was doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just for clarity,
Okay.
Minnove is the only one who doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Ludviek was very much doing that. But the incantation was probably very different from ones you're familiar with.
Well, not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Good job, Ludviek. Very impressive.
Thank you, Minnove. You see? Adventure and fun. Right, Kari?
Yes.
Well,
He doesn't sound convinced, Minnove.
he's hard to convince. I have yet to convince him of my fun and my magic and my silly. But it's fine. Let us, I guess, Minnove's gonna take steps in.
I mean, for clarity, the door didn't open. It let out a heavy
I thought
thump
you
and some
said-
dust fell from the roof.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you said it opened.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The way you're
so
describing it was like as it opened.
it sounded like something happened to it.
Then scratch that.
Try pushing it.
Maybe, or maybe just more Luma.
I can try. Okay.
What if you put your hands like his hands are over his chest, with your ringstone, and just kind of concentrate on the ringstone itself?
A gesture.
I don't know, copying Mia. Something. It's magic
Okay.
of some sort.
Well, let's see if the door opens. Ludviek just gives it a tentative push just to see if it shifts at all.
Go ahead and make for me a strength check.
All right. We're getting the whole gambit today.
Oh.
So Ludviek takes 2 points of hernia damage.
Okay.
Lift with your legs, not your back.
So you're still kind of getting used to this plate armor. You've only had it for a few days, and you haven't actually had to use it in any kind of like duress yet. So as you kind of like get yourself into position and like start trying to like push the door, for one thing, you make no headway, and then there's just like a flare up of pain in your side as something shifts into a position it's not meant to be in, and you are in pain.
Try it again, Ludviek. I'm sure you'll get it this time.
I shall help.
I'll cast Bardic on Shia.
Okay.
Roar.
All right. And that's the time you see someone cast this. Like, you already saw Minnove do it once. Now you see her do it again where she casts a spell
Okay.
without a single word.
Okay, that's... Shianor bends down, or basically goes onto his knees and looks you straight in the eye. You did not speak. Or at least I did not hear.
No, you heard correctly, or you didn't hear correctly. I did not. Go on, open the door.
Okay. Yeah, I'll push on the door with at least, I believe, a d6 at it.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
What the fuck is happening?
Hey, that was better than the d20 plus 2.
Not the greatest first outing for the new guy, huh?
No, probably not. But that's
So-
just my luck. That's
Right.
Fight an
So-
entire group of bandits. No problem. Fight river drakes. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Challenging. Hardest difficulty. Door.
That's
Ain't
always
that
the party's
just the way of
difficulty
it?
is the door. Indeed.
All right.
My
so,
goodness.
so go on. Go ahead, Sepia.
Do you guys think there might be a trick to it if it's this difficult?
it is possible.
I would say after that, most likely.
So I will say, I'll give you a bit of information with the result of total of 11 that you would have gotten.
Hey.
That strength check, Shianor. Previously, you had tried to force the door open, as you said, and it had had absolutely no yield, no nudge whatsoever. As you're pushing on it now, it's still not, like, swinging open, but it doesn't feel as firm against your efforts. Like, you get the impression that the locking mechanism is undone. You just fucked up actually opening it somehow, which is even more embarrassing, come to think of it.
Okay.
You want to give it a try there, Tuki?
Sure.
I'm gonna give her guidance on this one.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, that's athletics. I would have rolled better with athletics.
Alright, I'll take it. So, Tuki, you have long understood that the solutions to problems are not always obvious, and you should work smarter, not harder. Working harder tends to just break your brittle bones. So you survey the door for a second, just kind of looking it up and down, until eventually you sort of look down and you see that, like, the seam of the door kind of disappears beneath, like a floor rim. And you get a thought, you get just a hunch, and instead of trying to, like, shove the door open, you park yourself sort of beside it, hook your talons into, like, the crease, into the divide, the seam, and you pull, and that does the trick as the door recedes into the wall. It's a sliding door.
Okay.
I'm very used to being stuck behind doors that are hard to open.
Good job, hon. Did that
You're
quite
talented.
easily.
I can see why you are working for the Solemn Erudites. You are a group of many talents.
Absolutely. And Minnove's gonna waltz right in.
All right. So, sort of the group taking a moment to push open the other door. The light from Shianor's torch spills in, and you are greeted to a fairly sizable changer, splintering off to your left and right a fair distance. Let's see here. The floor beneath your feet it's old stone, smothered in dust and coiling growths of root and fallen mounds of dirt in places. You see here and there what appears to be the long, toppled, candlestick that has fallen to the ground, made of wood and what appears to be bone wax and sinew tying it all together. Let's see here. The walls of this internal space have an almost organic feel to them, this very natural sort of curving shape, but too uniform to be natural, but rough with texture. Sort of going down the center of this horizontally wide space, evenly spaced pillars come down, not smooth at all. Again, they almost feel like stretched stalagmites or stalactites, but at around chest level on a human in each of them, you see a recessed space. Nothing in any of those spaces, but they go through, almost like those might have once been places where fires might have burned to provide light. And you can sort of see as you're looking around the space, along the walls, there are more murals sort of emulated in that sort of flowing, engraved style. It's hard to make out details at the moment with everything covered in so much dirt and muck, but there's definitely artistic depictions here. Cobwebs cling to the corners of the space, ancient and withered and only present because nothing came to wipe them away. And at the very far end, you see a wide archway, about 10 feet wide and maybe about the same feet tall, sort of set into the door that leads further on into another chamber.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation and try to light those candles along the sides.
All right,
Just
so
put my torch to it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go down the list here and just see what each individual party member is doing. So Minnove is gonna take a bit to go through and light each torch or what have you individually to provide illumination to the space so everyone else can see. So let's see here. If I can find it, here it is. In this space, what is Tuki going to do?
I think she's going to look around and make sure there's no booby traps or anything like that.
All right, go ahead and make for me perception or investigation. I'll let you have it. 18. Scouring through this initial chamber, you don't pass through the archway in the back and sort of guided by the ever-increasing amounts of firelight provided by Minnove, you survey and you don't see any indications of any traps. You don't see any pressure plates, and even if there were any, you're not sure they'd still be functional with all of the roots and dust and mounds of dirt all over the place. It looks like this place was in the midst of a centuries slow cave-in. Let's see here. Shianor, what are you doing in this space?
I also wanted to see if I can just light the fireplaces with my torch. And he would like to study the murals on the wall. If they are actually murals, or are they like the door like tactile.
Gotcha. So, once you have a bit more light to see by, you approach one of the murals, sort of brush it down a bit so you can see better, and it takes a second, but your eyes start to pick out. It seems that these murals are depicting scenes of battle. This first one you're looking at, you see what appears to be a ring of humans. You assume humans, maybe some dwarves, dressed in leathers and furs, armed with various types of weapons, but mostly spears, it seems, surrounding some large beast. You think it's called a bear, particularly on the larger side. Depicted behind that bear on a rise of stone, you see another depiction of that same angled old man standing up high. In one hand, held off to one side, he clutches something round without color, but contextually, as you see the other hand rising up, seemingly lightning spreading from his fingers, it seems certain that whatever that object he's holding in his other hand is a ringstone.
That is interesting. Do you think these are some of the first depictions of magic?
Oh.
I don't know enough about magic. Actually, I'm the only one here who doesn't know how to use it.
Peculiar.
But she's great in many other ways. Like she opened the door. Very
Exactly.
handy.
After the lions gave themselves hernias pushing it, she just pulled it.
The
as
frail-looking Kraven pushes it open.
Work smarter, boys, not harder.
They loosened it.
I mean, Ludviek technically loosened it with his spell. Anyway, so speaking of Ludviek, in this space, what are you doing?
How big is this room again?
I don't have exact measurements because last time I did like a massive dungeon map for a place like this, it was a whole lot of very pretty visuals, but also a whole lot of nothing in terms of combat, so it was just kind of a waste of time. But digressing, it's a fairly wide space. I'd say that like from one door to the other would be maybe like 30 to 35 feet of traversal, like about 15 feet into the spaces where the line of pillars is, where the flames flicker out from. The wider space itself, I'd say, is probably closer to like from like left to right, maybe like closer to 100 feet wide.
All right.
With the roof being, I'd say, like 30 feet high at its highest point.
All right. And you said there were no other, like, hallways or other doors out of here, right?
Aside from the way you came in, there is an archway at the opposite end that leads into another chamber you have yet to enter.
All right. Well, with the others already checking the things I was already thinking of, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I haven't had a reason to have Ludviek use this in a while, so why not just check all the bases?
Divine
I'm gonna have him, have him sense out, see if he can sense anything of oddness. Maybe there's some creature in here or something, or not, or who knows.
You open your awareness to detect. You can know the location of any beasts, plants, and monstrosities within 60 feet of you. That is not behind total cover. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. So, new music. This is a new addition to the playlists. Good music.
Nice.
Like indeed. All right. So, as you're kind of sensing around this space, so just sort of you utter a few words, speak in the magic language to get it all working. And as you sort of extend out your senses, you are hit with the sense that this place was desecrated.
Ooh.
Like, it sort of hits you. This was a hallowed place. Maybe not holy or like it, not a temple or a shrine necessarily, but you just get this lingering aura of quiet reverence that now feels like it was shattered at your feet like a pane of glass. Just discarded and trampled with reckless relentlessness.
Ooh.
How long ago that happened, though, you cannot say, nor what form that desecration took.
Ludviek turns to the party and says, this was once a holy place, but something bad happened here. Something that broke it. It feels off. Feels wrong. But what did it? I cannot say. Nor even how long ago. It's like a bad odor in the air.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Indeed.
Make sure it's cleaned out. Well, cleaned out as in threats, and maybe see what's going on. Seems like something up your alley, ain't it, Kari?
Huh?
Finding out the puzzle piece of this, the brittle, the what happened here.
Yes.
Speaking of Kari, you're the last one for me to prompt, so in this space, what are you doing? As a reminder of what everyone else is already doing, I believe Tuki is just help. What was Tuki doing again? Right, checking for traps. Tuki was checking for traps, found nothing. Shianor was helping Minnove light the various flames, and all then went to inspect the murals and seemed to find depictions of battle and magic. Ludviek cast Divine Sense and learned this place was once holy and was seemingly desecrated, though in what way he couldn't be sure. Minnove was just lighting fires so everyone could see. What are you doing? Do you need any reminders or clarification on anything?
Sorry, I'm up 3 hours later than I normally am right now.
I understand. I understand. I'm kind of getting the vibe that your brain's kind of going. I was thinking we were probably going to wrap up here soon.
I don't know. My brain's been fried the last 30 minutes.
I hear you. If you can't think of anything, we can just have Kari stand and keep watch if that works for you. Just like be the pair of eyes, making sure nothing untoward jumps out at you.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and just make a perception check for me, just so that I have a DC in case anything does come trundling your way.
Where is that? It's there.
All right.
Okay.
So you let everyone else kind of spread out to do their thing and just kind of take a breath and keep survey as everyone else is doing their thing. So, with your various personal assignments throughout the space thus decided, what would you all wish to do next? What words do you wish to exchange?
Well, deeper we go, or deeper I go. I'm assuming there's more torches to light and more ways to find. Deeper in. And at least find out who this bearded fellow is. Seems quite rather important.
Ginor will cast Mage Armor on himself.
Alright.
And pull out one of his curved blades from his belt, just to be prepared. There might be dangers looking ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, I assume everyone decides to start moving ahead into the next chamber.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So, with that in mind, then, what is that noise? Anyways, so, having completed your survey of that first entrance room, you get back together, collect yourselves, and make your way forward into the next chamber. The firelight that you've lit in the main chamber only casting the barest hint of color and shape onto the room that awaits you ahead. And as you step forward, the first thing you note, sort of horizontal across the space, jutting from this protruding, like curving toward you section of wall, is a line of carved out of stone bear heads. Each one with their mouths wide open and perched upon their tongues, various interesting items.
Hunting trophies.
The hunting trophies aren't made of stone.
Hmm.
But further exploration of these will have to wait until next time, I am afraid.
Oh no.
So? But yeah, new guy!
Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
New guy with an award-winning smile. It is an award-winning smile, though. Sheenor looks really cool.
So far, he's not smiling too much because he just he was hoping to get all this done by himself,
and he got stumped by a fucking door. Not the best look, but hey.
And then it's so easy to open it. Gee. If you know how.
Ludviek just stumbled into the solution by pure blind fucking chance. It was funny, honestly. It's like, oh, okay.
It was a guess. It was a guess.
I would have got that at some point.
You would have eventually. But yeah, so thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, and don't be a dick. Where did I leave the to be continued screen? There it is. We'll see you next time, peoples. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.